Ghosting, a term commonly used to describe when suddenly somebody goes silent in a personal or romantic relationship, is arriving now in the workplace. Hiring managers are seeing employees ghost them. Candidates will set up an interview or never show up or for accepting a job and not even come in for work. Well, joining us to discuss this new and strange trend and why it's happening is HR and recruitment expert Tiffany Kuehl from Versique. Welcome. It's good to have you here today.
Thank you.
Let's begin with that ghosting definition again, just in the general term and how it's used.
It's very much like you said. So a candidate signs up for a phone interview, or they sign up for an interview, they confirm with you, and then they just don't show up. Or they accept a job offer, and day one, they go missing. They just ghost.
Why is that problematic? I would just think bad manners.
Yes, bad manners. It is problematic because it takes so much time and energy to go through the entire recruitment cycle. It could cost an employer 2 to 3 times that individual's annual salary to go through that entire process. For the candidate, like you said, it is bad manners, but it also impacts their reputation as a candidate. In a market as small as Minneapolis-St. Paul, managers know one another through networking events or having worked together in the past, and they will do what's called backdoor references. So they'll call their buddy from company ABC and say, have you heard of this candidate? They'll say, yes, but don't hire them because they ghosted me.
You're seeing it here,
Yes.
as you say, it's a small world here,
Yeah,
small town.
absolutely.
And so these communication, these relationships exist. What's the concern here?
Well, first and foremost, there are more jobs than there are candidates. So it's really a candidate's market. So when you take a look at that, and you also take a look at the fact that the unemployment rate nationwide is about 3.8 or 3.9%. Minneapolis-St. Paul, it's about 2.6%. So that really impacts how we go about getting candidates and attracting them and retaining them. So as you're going through your recruitment and selection process, you have to be able to sell what makes you unique and make a personal connection with that individual to ensure that they are the right person for your organization.
What can businesses do to prevent being ghosted?
Understand your value proposition, who you are as an employer, what makes you unique. You're not just competing with people who are in your same industry, but you're competing with employers all throughout the entire market. So what makes you unique? What do you have to offer? And be able to back it up. So if you say you're going to offer workplace flexibility, be able to back that up by providing flexible work hours.
And lastly, to the applicant, you would say?
Well, to applicants, I always say interview the company as much as they're interviewing you. Make sure it's the right fit, and if you're going to take a job, make sure it's the right job, and you know, shop around. But once you land and you accept that offer, make sure that you hold true to that.
Yeah, and then you don't have to resort to these shenanigans that make everyone looking bad and frustrate everyone. Thank you. Good education, good primer for us today. You can find out more information about ghosting in the workplace at KARE11.com. Just look under the 4 p.m. show page. Well, up next,